Hey guys, welcome back to Frankie's Forest, and in today's video, I'll be giving you guys a full care guide on Phaelenopsis orchids. So first, let's talk about sunlight. Orchids love to have a good amount of sunlight, but too much sunlight could cause the orchid's leaves to burn, shrivel up, and eventually die. Make sure your orchid can get all the morning sun it can. But any heat past 12 o'clock is just too strong for your orchid's leaves to handle. Orchid roots need a lot of air. So any potting soil that you have is not suitable for your orchid because the roots will not be able to breathe. So either use sphagnum moss or high quality orchid bark. Both of these substrates hold moisture very well, while also allowing the roots to take in all the air they need. Watering may vary depending on the size of the orchid. Larger orchids will need more water than smaller ones. While watering your orchid, you want to make sure not to get any water inside the crown of the orchid or the middle where the leaves come out. This could cause your orchid to rot from the inside to the outside. Orchid aerial roots, or the roots that don't go into the soil, do not require water because they take moisture in from the air. So the only roots that will need water are the ones in the soil or the ones that you can't see. You don't need to drench the entire plant, just make sure to get all of the moss covered. When feeding your orchid, you don't want to just dump the fertilizer straight into the plant. Instead, you want to put it inside a watering container of lukewarm water. Dump your fertilizer in and just give it a couple of minutes to dissolve into the water. So before fertilizing your orchid, you want to make sure that the moss inside of the pot is still moist from your last watering. This is because if you add the fertilizer straight in with dry moss, it may burn the roots, which could then lead to the whole plant dying. Once you've completed those steps, just add some fertilizer here and there into your orchid. You don't need to do a completely thorough watering. When your orchid is in bloom, you want to water it about once every week, and do not give it fertilizer during this stage. Once it finished having its bloom, that's when you want to add the fertilizer. And this time you want to water it about every 10 to 12 days. When your orchid's in bloom, you don't want to spray the flowers or mist them, or have the flowers touching a window that is heated by the sun. Just so you know, guys, if I had to go in depth in any more of these points, please visit my channel where I have many orchid-based videos, and I do go in depth with a lot of these orchids, a lot of the steps I took, and a lot of the steps that I showed you on how to care for your orchid.